So this is Frank when he's all finished up here. I realized I stopped recording most of the video when I was painting him, and I just skipped the whole part where I finished him. Well, I mean there's still some things I need to do, but for the most part he is done. I just need to paint little things here and there. So, updated news is here. I found out one of my favorite bands is coming to town, so I'm excited for that. Got a concert tomorrow. And other than that, sadly I will have to skip D&D tomorrow because of this concert, but I can always play Sunday. Anyways, so I'm at work right now recording this. The microphone I have at work is not the best microphone in the world. It is like the same brand as the one I have, but it's older. It's a much older model, and it's very staticky, and I feel like it's I don't know. Anyways, what I'm doing to Frank here is I'm just outlining him because he's like got the 3D look now, and I'm outlining him to do like a 2D version, which isn't as good looking because I have technically finished it, but I'm just doing it just because at this point I like the 3D version better. It looks way better and much cooler. So one of the hardest things that I've come to learn when it comes to recording audio is this part. That little breathing gets super annoying. If you listen to audio and you hear someone just breathe like that, it gets annoying, and I try to edit those out after in post or whatever. It's actually better to do a louder, more obvious breathe than it is to do a, because it's really annoying. I either try to turn my head to the side or I edit it out, but when you edit it out, it's really weird because it sounds like you just cut it off completely, and it's really awkward. So bear with me if you hear the little because they're really annoying to edit out, and sometimes I just don't feel like it. That's kind of a crappy craft there, but I'm sure a lot of you understand. So, about how many of you have seen Endgame? I don't know if it's the right time yet to talk about spoilers, so I'll give it another bit time. Not everyone could be like me and go see it opening night at 6 o'clock. But I'm excited for Spider-Man coming out. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it. Unless you haven't seen Endgame, which you should have seen Endgame now. There was one time I dated this girl, and I said something about, it was back when Infinity War came out. Actually, it was quite some time after Infinity War came out, and I was over at her place, and we were just talking, and I said something about Endgame. I made a joke about it, about everyone dying or whatever, or half the people dying. And she was like, spoilers much? I'm like, girl, it's been a summer and you've not seen Endgame yet? That's not my problem. You have the movie. Isn't it on Netflix too? Anyways, I guess that's why she kicked me out at 4 a.m. But new topic here. It's kitten season, which I'm really excited for. And if those of you don't know what kitten season is, basically spring fever. I mean, it's the time of year where animals generally mate. There's a lot of cats out there. My first cat I got during a kitten season. R.I.P. buddy. Ooh. So, the inner weeb in me is about to talk here. So I started watching this new anime, and it is the single most manliest, gayest anime I've ever watched, and I absolutely love it. So, a friend of mine, and we were talking about watching this anime. And so, just one day after a crazy long day, we're like, "Fuck it, we're gonna watch it." So we put it on, and we pretty much watched a third of it. Like we only have like 4 episodes left. It took us like 2 days to like watch the majority of the first season. So I might be a little late on this, and I know some of you may have already watched it, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is probably the best anime I've ever watched. It is amazing. It is just everything I've wanted and more. And oh my god, just look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Very, very beautiful. So yeah, it's a ridiculous anime. So I'm not going to spoil anything if you actually haven't watched it and want to watch it. But I will say the premise of the story. It's got an interesting take. Pretty much, there's a guy with a name that starts with a J. And his nickname is JoJo. Is usually what they nickname him is JoJo. And he's the hero. There's a villain. Blah blah blah. So what happens like every like new like story arc, they just like it's his descendant, like it's his grandson or whatever. And his name is a new name with a Joe, and they nickname him JoJo. It's a really interesting take. Right now, I'm on the second guy who was technically the first hero's grandson. And his mother was his sister, I think. But it's a great anime. I highly recommend watching. Highly recommend watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It is wonderful, and you will be doing crazy poses for the rest of your life after watching it. And if that's not what life's all about, then I don't know what is. I'm really bored at work, as you can see here. My boss is. I don't know where my boss is at. I don't know where anybody's at. I'm hungry. You don't mind? If you don't mind, I'm gonna eat an apple. Hold up. This is probably really rude to eat while I'm recording here, but just like a man's gotta eat. A man does have to eat. It's watermelon season 2. I drank a watermelon. Okay, hold up. This reminds me. Does anyone know what the Magnolia Market is? Like at the silos? Apparently, I didn't know what it was. It was this thing invented by Chip and JoJo or Anna or whatever, and like they flip houses, and they have like Magnolia Market is like the place near it, and like it's like in Waco, Texas. Like I didn't know what it was, but I got invited to go with these 3 basic white girls. No offense to y'all 3, you know I love you y'all, but it was crazy because like after I got back from that trip, I was telling so many people about it. Like, yeah, I went to this trip to the Magnolia Market. I drank a watermelon. And everyone was, all these chicks that I was talking to were like freaking out, like, oh my god, you went to Magnolia Market? Like, like, so lucky. I'm like, what do you mean? What is this Magnolia Market? Never even heard of it. So I just felt like I wasted that trip That trip was wasted on me because I just did not give a shit. But I had fun scaring the local church people. And I also ate like $20 worth of Chick-fil-A. My friends were highly impressed. As they should be. That is something you want in a man. A man who can eat 30 nuggets, 4 strips, a spicy chicken sandwich deluxe, and a large waffle fry.